So, hello everyone and welcome back to some more of the Darkest Dungeon. And indeed, I think it is time to go and actually start working through the Cove. We visited there once thus far, which is very little times visited in the Cove. Uh, but yeah, I wasn't really comfortable with the wish monsters, but someday I gotta go there anyways, and I was thinking that we could take Verse, Barrick, Masavai Spout, and then a Quega Good Hill for this one. So, lower level mostly, but not the lowest level. So let's just go and provision for this one then. Probably could buy some more armors and stuff like that for them. I guess I could at least check for Barrick and Verse if I can find something nice for them. Like here, just buying something a little bit extra. Yeah, can't make them any cheaper at the moment, so yeah, nice improvement. 2 more points damage for the max damage and 1 point for the medium damage. 1 more crit chance, no more speed, but that's alright. And then of course dodge space and hit point space both increase. And of course, actually no, interesting, dodge space actually, no, it does increase by 5. I was looking first at that decrease, but no, I was just looking sillily, in some silly fashion. But yeah, I think that's okay. You already have those. Masa doesn't have this, but that's alright. I don't have to be using that. It's not like she's the highest damage dealer in this group, certainly not. Could say probably the lowest, but no really idea how much of these different things we need, so I'll take a little bit of extra. And in this place especially, I have no idea which of these things are important. I would assume holy water would be the least useful in this place, but it would be nice to figure out what would be useful to overall bring into this place. So I think I'll take a little bit of extra. That's already 3 keys. Let's take 3 bandages, 3 antivenoms, and I guess 3 of these too. I don't know if these have any use. Oh yeah, if I'm gonna bring everything else 3, then I'm gonna bring this as well. Yeah, otherwise good. Food is required, of course. Can't get quite enough anymore. Well, I assume holy water won't be as important, so let's leave the 1 extra holy water. The only reason I'm bringing this ridiculous amount is because I have no idea, indeed, what works for which things in here, and usually speaking, I think it's still really good for you if you can bring the things that are required for the different curios and stuff like that, since it gives you a pretty nice amount of extra cash. But sure, let's give that for you, I guess. Otherwise, not exactly certain. Actually, you could at least get this, so you get some extra healing for yourself. Seems like a reasonable one. This seems like a good one for you, on the other hand. Scouting chance we could give for someone. Don't think it's necessarily the best for you, but on the other hand, you would be a little bit slower, so yeah, you're kind of fastest from everyone, so let's give it to you because you're slow anyways, Barrick. So I think that's an alright one. That's okay too, I guess, but stun and move resists being lower isn't exactly the best. But okay, so that's alright. Let's try this out. Let's embark. So the fistful scale skin affords them increased resistance to bleeding attacks. Okay, so bleeding is especially bad for this location. Of course, our verse, as in, what was the class name? Suddenly just... Sometimes it happens that you have it in your mind, but then suddenly you forget.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
But yes, Helion does have a bleeding attack, which then isn't as good, but no one else is bleeding specific. Well, I guess we gotta be going and starting out, traveling to the right room and then going around. It's pretty good actually, because we can still go just a straight line through all the rooms then if need be. Of course, scouting would be nice, but I do like the location look of this place, the Cove, but Nice tentacled doorways and everything. Just don't know anything about these fish folks. Absolutely nothing. I'm getting so many torches.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
What a lovely looking trap too. But yeah, so new to this place. We visited here once before. I don't even remember that much of it anymore. Nice whale in the background. Should sometimes just pay attention more to the backgrounds too, because they're cool. And there's the whale with all the javelins in it. Okay, yeah,
Another
shipwreck.
mariner, another misfortune.
Understandable. We are letting it get pretty dark, but maybe I could get some extra cash like that, because I do need cash, that's for sure.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Alright. That's not exactly excellent, but it's not the worst. It is kind of bad, because specifically she would need to be... I wish that she would have been able to get the turn first, because this is the kind of the worst sort of situation. I kind of don't want to be moving back with her yet. Let's rather ask for a guard. For the main reason that if I move back now, it means that she will be in the 2nd position and she will still be in the 4th position. And that's still not the best. They two at least need to be changing positions, but Carrick can guard you. I think that will be alright. Hopefully, anyways. Alright, so what will you do? Probably the marking then, and then we need to try to do some aimed shots. So these were seaward slash and spear vision that these things do. Let's concentrate on to their cultist though, I think. And yeah, you could buff, but let's move forward now. So that you, next time at least she can go and try to get back a little bit easier backwards. Cool, a dodge. Another dodge. Well, basically you, or she would get the damage buff from that. Guess it's okay. Or we could do, of course, this if we really want to be getting forward. But it's not required necessarily, especially now that every one of them has already moved for this turn. So at least we have some more overall accuracy. Of course, she would be getting already the damage boost, but that's not really gonna be helpful. But we can do this. So you can get back a little bit more. Don't like the stressful incantations, that's for sure. That's the stuff that I do not like. Could increase the damage more, but I think it's better that you just start by hitting. Aw. Or, well, maybe it isn't the best after all. You would need some health, Barrick, but I think it's still better that you at least shoot once. Ah, my goodness. So, almost at least dead, but just not quite there. Let's go for a little bit of a stun. Cool. Managed to get the stun done. 10 damage, that's a lot of damage. 8 damage. Well, you happen to get the turn, so either I do this, or I can try to leave it for Masa to finish off this person, but they will probably then get a turn, so maybe I shouldn't. I guess it's fine that we try to attack, but we need to start healing soon too.
Annihilated.
At least it's nice to get that thing down and killed, but really would need to be starting to do damage too. At least this is almost dead. So let's do just a teeny tiny bit more damage. At least then only the fishes are left. And after that we'll do healing with these two on the back. Aw, didn't get the stun. I really was wishing that we could get the stun done. At least one enemy is killed. But yeah, need some healing. Very bad. Very, very, very bad. 4 crit healing, wow. Well, just hit. You could maybe just guard her so that she at least doesn't get into even lower health right now. We do need to finish this guys off too, but at least one is dead. So that's the beginning.
Blossoms.
At least you were able to dodge. We can't really hit all the way over there. So that's unfortunate. I guess I'll just hit you then. So we could maybe kill you a little bit faster. All of us basically need healing, so that's the bad thing about that. But I guess I'll heal him first, because at least he had the buff for healing. Heal yourself a little bit. Some more crit healing, wow. Well, Barik is guarding that one. Sure, just heal yourself a little bit extra. At least it means that... sure. Okay, cool. We at least killed them all. Killed the last one. But yeah, artifact. Or antique, rather. I don't know why I said artifact, but more artifacts in generally speaking this type of games rather than antiques, but yeah. When we have the antiquarian, we definitely do get these sort of things, which is cool. Don't exactly know what I'm supposed to do with this thing. Who knows what values it has. A live oyster. Would imagine that the shovel could work. Good question though. Is it the case? I am kind of intrigued to just try everything out. Let's try this just for the fun of it, yeah. Yeah, shovel seems the best, I think. The shovel prevents the oyster from something. Didn't quite manage to read it completely, but I was thinking that the shovel seems the most logical, that you try to open it, punch it open. Don't know if something else would work, but the key definitely no. Let's sleep now. Like, of course we have a lot of distance to still travel.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
So it would probably be better that we healed later. But on the other hand, we have already lost a lot of health, and at least when we have a lot more buffs, we will be more difficult to kill in the next 4 or so battles, whatever, however many there is indeed. Buff party. That's actually really cool. Plus 10 to dodge and plus 5% crit chance for everyone else. I think I like that. The key to the continued heartbeat is to move your feet. Indeed. Then crit chances. Of course, definitely not gonna do the revel. It's just gonna make it worse. I also need to remember that she also has the resupply, just like the Soten Den who has in the Grave Digger has this too, which is cool. Yeah, and basically you just have the healing skills, so you can definitely at least do this one too. Keep your harness polished and it will not fail you. She could use some extra healing, of course. That's so good healing though. Well, if we're gonna do something like this, then I guess we might as well heal to the max. Even great wounds are treatable, indeed they are. Then it's just a question, what do we want to do with 2 points? Sadly can't get this anymore, which would have been cool. I guess we might just do this. We definitely don't need all of that though, so maybe less stress. Seems fine. Hardship with this mantra. Oh, let's rest. There is plenty of blood for sure, even if I don't know what sort of a blood the fishfolk exactly have.
The light, the promise of safety.
I'm really happy with the scouting though. Okay, one battle just close up, and then we don't know how many more battles we will have. That's actually weirdly small little hallway there. Okay, what does this fish corpse say? A stuffed sea creature has washed ashore. Wonder what it ate. Ah, I have even tried this medicinal herbs. It does make sense that the medicinal herbs would work in here. I guess I'll just for the fun of it, because we don't have that much use for these if I don't test them, so at least I can see for sure that they don't have any effect in the future too easily.
Waiting to be spent.
Wow, I then just got another one of these Holy Healing Vestal only books that I specifically went for earlier to get. Now we just happened to randomly get it. That's a trap. 70% you say. This does increase it, so if we at least give this to her for just a moment, she can try to do better with it. For just that purpose, even if otherwise wouldn't. Specifically try to do that. Okay, I remember seeing this. I don't remember seeing the snail ever, as in a sea maggot apparently. And you're like one of those stressful fishes, indeed. We have seen you, considering I see all of your different skills, but I didn't specifically remember you. But yeah, a little bit human cultists likes these sort of in their own way, and then indeed, but they're all eldritch, so occultists for example in here would be pretty cool, because so many of them are indeed like this, so to speak. Maybe we could do this again, just force the guard in, but maybe you could start with some blight. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I didn't like this guy. It was shocking us. After all, let's blight them. So we might be able to kill them at just a teeny tiny bit faster. Don't like you shocking us. At least we didn't get a disease or something that I think was there as an option too. I just want to try to kill you as fast as possible. Sadly, not yet possible, but it's not too far. That chance. I would also like to just kill this thing because, but it does have a huge amount of protection. At least it's closer to death. I should have blighted this thing if I would have noticed that it had all of that goddamn protection. That's a lot of dodge minuses. But yeah, definitely interesting enemies. Especially her, I dislike you trying to shock. Gladly you didn't at least shock, so that's better. It's amazing you dodge considering you have -20 to dodge. But I'm grateful, definitely.
Another abomination.
Wow, 5
cleansed
HP
from
crit.
our lands.
Amazing. You would die in 2 turns or so. Let's make sure that this guy dies. I don't like it.
Give them no quarter.
I don't like it one bit. Maybe just start healing already a little bit, so we can stay in pretty good shape. Nice, we got a stun. Of course, it's kind of annoying that all the way back there now. More difficult to hit with everyone, but still. Otherwise, cool enough to have the stun done, so to speak. You just maybe buff yourself quickly. You could do this and just try to kill this guy. Nice. I was hoping that the body would be completely removed and then we can actually better try to hit this guy. The stun chance is very low now, but might as well try. Nice crit and a nice stun. So cool. Cool that we got that. And nice that you got the turn now, so that you can heal a little bit extra. Nice crit. 8 healing. Very nice. And you can just hit. Cool.
Destroy them all.
They do need to be all destroyed, indeed. They certainly do. Let's use the torch then, so we might be able to spot or scout some more. Would be nice. No chance of scouting, sadly, but alright, humans in these locations too. Sometimes it's difficult to decide. Should I mark first so that we certainly will kill them next turn? But on the other hand, there is still a chance to crit, so it's a reasonable. In 2 turns they should be dead anyway, so nice. Yay, crit. It was a good shot. What a shot indeed. Let's start with you. Cool. Let's bleed you out. Nice. Even if it debuffs us, but it's a nice amount of damage. And was a nice easy kill in general. Let's see about this then, because yeah, we can have you stunned there for a bit. Which I like. You can do the blanket fire still. But we all dodged it, so I don't mind that too much. Shame that's just 1 damage, because otherwise you could basically even be dying. Well, we did at least kill you. Sure, heal her to max. And that definitely healed her to max. And nice crit. Another nice crit. Of course, we won't be having... It's 2 more battles that we will have these bonuses, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, especially this is such a valuable one, this rare find. You can have the Bleedstone, that's totally fine by me. But what would we then leave behind? I could just leave this, because it's not that ridiculously valuable. We might be finding more of it, but I kind of don't want to leave these things yet, because I want to have them just around for purposes that we can try to use them for testing out things, so to speak. Okay, maybe this requires holy water. Not sure. This looks interesting though. Just a lot of spearfishes. I accidentally left Verse into this spot rather than into the front, but it's not too big of a deal. I was just thinking that forcing the guard might be a nice thing. Okay, start working on one of them. Nice. You did certainly do that. Cool. You do get also hit quite a bit, which I do not like that much, but shouldn't be too bad, I hope. I wonder, can you guard 2 people? No, you can guard only 1 person. That's a shame. You can only guard 1 person at a time. But she's the one that is in the lower health right now, so there's that. Let's go for this. At least it will kill for certainty this one. Even though it will debuff us a bit. Still. Sometimes it's nice to be able to try to use different things when usually using one specific one, so... heal her just a teeny tiny bit. Only for the purpose that then we can heal her when she actually heals herself a little bit more. Maybe stun. Good workout. Nice. You concentrate healing yourself.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Yeah, let's do this. Well, I guess I should have healed rather than try to do that one then. Clearly. Clearly should have. You heal yourself a little bit more though. Because it will be just a nice thing. Oh, almost dead. Cool. Let's do this again. I was thinking that that has a reasonable chance of killing them both.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
So what would we be leaving behind? Well, I could have this for you, but it just lowers our speed at the moment, which is kind of unfortunate. I won't be picking up this jade. Basically, citrine isn't that valuable otherwise, but at least we have a stack of 4. So it seems a little bit silly to at least take it away right now. So wish idol, strange presence is felt near the statue of worship. Let me try everything else than the holy water first, at least if we have a lot of it, because then at least I can for sure say that none of those other things will work. So the only problem with holy water is that I'm kind of afraid that it might be a negative because it's a holy relic for these guys. Maybe it doesn't like holy water, but gotta at least test, right? Yay, it was a good thing. Cool. Was 18% damage until camping, so nice buff for damage. Nice bit amount of scouting too. 3 at least battles that we already know that will be coming ahead, which is kind of unfortunate though. Even more jade. I guess I really should be leaving something else behind instead. But what would that be? Well, we haven't had any uses for anti-venom yet that I've seen, so let's leave the anti-venom. You can eat. That's totally fine. It's a good thing even that you eat, to be honest. Okay, not too big of a battle, but a bit more than maybe I would like. Stress for 2. Not the nicest thing. Let's start working on you. Nice crit again.
Power.
Very nice crits. But yeah, of course our buffs indeed will only last for this battle still, other than the damage buff for her. But can't be too much done about it. Almost dead. Think you should still try to heal a little bit. Even if, yeah, I was thinking that this person will probably get a turn as a result, but gladly we dodged it anyways, so not too bad. Ooh, nice 12 crit. Very cool. Very nice.
The will to fight falters.
80% chance to hit, and we did. So, nice.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Sure, Whis. But then 2 more battles that we for sure know. This might be the last room battle, or it might not be. That's, let's just try to disarm it. 70% was working okay. Gladly. What was I thinking about doing? What's a torch? Torch was the thing. I definitely don't want to leave this stuff behind. This is already basically more value than this, and I don't know if citrons really even stack higher. So even though it's losing 1000 gold, but gold itself even stacks higher, so I think that's okay. Not the best, but okay. Alright, a little bit of a bigger battle again, but we surprised them, so that will make things easier. So happy about that. Crit chance is still at least 14%. Not great, but yeah, I was thinking that probably we will not quite manage to kill them, but now it's the question, should I just kill this guy, which is definitely plausible, or should I try to blight this thing and deal with it a little bit easier, because after all, otherwise we have to put quite a lot of strength into killing it, but I think this is still the nicer option. It's a certain kill this round, so while we have the free turn. This guy does bleed a little bit easier, so maybe we should try to do that. Or I should kill this guy while I can easily do so. It was pretty certain that we could kill it already. So, makes sense to me anyways. Let's try to stun you, mayhaps. Oh, resisted the stun, at least got the 1 point damage. Not amazing, but not the worst. What did the brine exactly? Oh yeah, it was like a debuff. The brine was a debuff. You can heal yourself, I think, for the future battles. Nice dodge. Let's now at least blight you. 2 damage per 3 rounds, so next turn you will be for certainly dead. This might be able to... Well, let's do this. Either you still will get a turn this round. If we do 2 damage, then you won't. We did do 2 damage, which is cool. So you're definitely dead. You can just hit this guy and you're dead. They're all dead.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Ah, so much treasures. So much treasures. We don't even have enough food to eat twice anymore. We will be saving some of it, but we have this healing received for a little bit longer, so maybe we could eat 1 food. At least 3 health, which is more than usually, so it does indeed work that way. And I guess I'll save the rest, but of course I would still then need to figure out what the heck am I gonna drop and all that. Well, we haven't used the bandages. I'll drop them. This we already have, but all of these are still some value after all when we sell them. But usually they're only 750 or something, so it's not that much value, but still for the future it would be nice to pick some, especially for example if Ukko goes and loses one of these items for whatever reason, puts it into wrong location or something. Definitely still rather keep all the ones that we already are using here as the trinkets. How long of a distance do we have? We have 4 more rooms. Definitely not gonna lose that. Medicinal herbs have been useful here. So have the holy waters sometimes. I wouldn't wanna really leave them. We could leave, I guess, the rest of the torches.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Keys we haven't needed here at all thus far, but if we would happen to find something that would be useful with the keys, would be cool. We do already have this, so maybe I shouldn't just try to even pick it up, because I do need a lot of gold. So I would prefer to keep all of those things that we have thus far, and I don't want to be risking that there's another barricade and we would be giving up the shovels at this point. I've done it too many times that I've like, okay, maybe we can let it go, but then it usually always backfires, and then there's something that I have to after all go and shovel away, and then it's, yeah, great situation. Alright, one of these Belakic Guardians who indeed can cause bleeding and buff/guard someone else. Let's see if we can kill you. It's basically only a kill if we crit, but Masa can maybe also blight if close enough of a kill, and I think that's good enough. Indeed. At least if we blight. Of course, blight could be resisted, but they didn't have a very good blight resistances after all, so not too big of a risk. Let's see. Maybe you could just start by trying to do a stun. Sadly, both of them were resisted, but maybe you can just kill. Nice 25 crit. Don't feast on the Wishman's hearts though. Doesn't sound the best. Quite a bit of damage. No one else for you to guard, so quite understandable. Yeah, you buffed yourself with the protection and then that one. Let's buff you a little bit for some extra damages. Not that we could be killing this in one turn anyway, so why not? You could start by blighting a little bit. They do have a reasonable good amount of health. Maybe you could guard and then just buff us, maybe for some even extra damage for verse. Could be okay. Ah, bleeding of course, indeed. Either healing or damage, but I kinda would like to start healing.
Can be healed, but never hidden.
Never hidden indeed. Getting a little bit of extra damage. At least some more bleeding. Just heal a little bit extra. Of course we should kill these guys, but I was really buffing her, but of course This still doesn't have really actually a very good chance of doing much. This guy, yeah, would be good, but this guy's too much protection. But hey, at least some damage, I guess. Nice dodge, nice dodge. Let's buff everyone then a little bit, at least you get the extra damage. You can start healing Barrick then a little bit. Not too bad, almost dead. 4 damage, this might kill ya. At least 1 damage like that, and now, yeah, you're dead. Basically, which is cool. Very nice indeed.
The slow death, unforeseen.
But yeah, the fish folk cause quite a lot of bleeding, so they are pretty resistant to it themselves. You can try to stun. Nice. We could at least try to heal Barrick just a teeny tiny bit more. Nice. At least you have this also that allows you to get some extra healing. Nice, another stun even. Definitely at least next time around we would like to be able to finish this battle, as in next round. But I guess we can do it now too. This is pretty good situation.
Success so clearly in view.
Eat 1 food.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Portraits, definitely not gonna leave behind. That's a decent amount of cash on that stack. That's gonna be able to be used on that. I guess... I guess I'll leave the medicinal herbs. I do wanna be taking the portrait, obviously enough. Hopefully it's alright that we use one of these. Yeah, prevents the oyster from
Packs laden
closing.
with loot are often low on supplies.
Sure. Guess gotta leave some more stuff behind. But wasn't the last room battle, so we might have some dangers in these darknesses that we're gonna be having to go through. No idea what this is. Eerie coral. There's something odd about this coral. A key? Don't have anything else though anymore, so sadly I let everything else already go. Masa, you try it. Suit into the mind? Ah, cool. We got stress relief. Not that you really needed it, but that's cool. I wonder what other results that could give. A big whale again. Nice long scouting. We will be basically without torchlight in that last room, which will have the last battle that we have to actually deal with. But at least there's no other battles in between. That's gonna cause stress. I remember this. Yeah, this is where Small Fry died because I thought, hey, I'll at least try to check it. Maybe I can destroy it. And yeah, I could destroy it, and it was very bad. Bas Relief, a puzzlingly ancient sculpture of dizzying implications. This. You were the one that killed Small Fry, the original, as in RSF's Small Fry. I was thinking that that's not gonna do anything, but might as well check. Message has a lasting impact. Eldritch Slayer, that's cool. Even though you don't deal a lot of damage, but Eldritch Slayer is regardlessly cool. I do like it. I wish I had given it to someone else though. More so, but hey, still cool, whoever gets it. Let's leave that behind, but keys don't seem to be important in this location. Maybe they are still important if we would be lucky to find the secret room. But otherwise, it hasn't seemed to be very important by any means. Then the last little bit of a travel. Or maybe if these treasure rooms happen to have actually a treasure chest instead of the cloister, but thus far it's just been cloisters. These are just empty, even though we have loot bonuses and all. Ah, well, hey, yeah, heirlooms just, so some importance with the key, or some possible use, but on the other hand, we pro'd a couple of them, so no point taking necessarily that many of them. At the very least, it's nice that we surprised them though, very, very nice. 70% chance to crit. Better go for this guy who is more likely to be killed. Nice. One is dead. I'm very happy with that. Guarding could be a good option too, but let's go for 1 stun at least in the start here. We could even try to kill this treasure, so let's try to do that. Very nice. Cool. Only you get extra turn now. And you have to be recovering, then you of course both can have a turn now, next, but that should be okay. A lot of damage of course. They do a lot of damage, but that was a very nice crit. What a shot indeed. Let's just go for the trying to kill, but sadly failed. And Barrick gets stressed because missing. Being as a perfectionist, wouldn't want to ever miss. Well, 2 turns you will be dead. As in, not yet. You get 1 more chance, but at least after that you will be dead. And you wasted your chance. Bye-bye.
A trifling victory. But a victory
We
nonetheless.
definitely don't need this food, so I guess I'll leave the food now. We won't be eating more. I wanna open this chest though, first before we leave.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Not that much treasures, but hey, a little bit more. And yeah, like most of the time we carry something like 1,700 gold in a stack. But definitely when we have her, it seems that we also carry more gold. And then these are really valuable. And it's not like these are low value when you can stack them together like this. They usually wouldn't expect to be able to stack things that much together. But yeah, she's definitely a good one to have if you're low on
The
cash.
pungent odor abates. The things are driven back for a time.
The first time that I saw the antiques, I was just like, I guess we just got a lucky dungeon run where we just happened to find this sort of things and previously haven't. I didn't really know what was the cause, but it makes sense that she's the cause. Even though, well, yeah, she recognized antiques. That's about it. What did you get, Masa? Very feather fighter. I guess that's alright. Most of the time you should be in full health. That's bad. After all, I am in the darkness sometimes. Diurnal. However, what exactly that word means, I do not know. But also a lurker. That's you got 2 with low light levels. You got you're slower when torch is low, but you also do more damage. Kinda strange how that works, but cool. Nonetheless, it was cool to get through that little Cove mission and get some cash. We needed the cash. We need so much cash.
Finally, the serum is working. And the side effects are manageable.
The time and gold were not spent in vain, however, as today caregivers announced they have succeeded in concocting an effective antidote. Cool. Pleasures of the flesh worked out. All of that seemed to have worked out. Grey rot and vampire experience both at least removed from the 2 that were in the medical ward here. Do I have any more requirements for removing diseases? You can remove this at least, the bulimic. But okay, Yoshimoto had a disease, the Red Plague. Yeah, I remember that was a horrible thing. So yes, I would like to remove that. 23,000 cash, I'm so happy. Huh. I do have to wonder, like, who else do I want to actually take still to this group? Not really certain yet. Sadly, not a lower level mission available in the Cove now, so not gonna be easily able to go there. It's suicide. I know, it would be suicide for you. Another one of these. Plus the healing skills. That's not bad, though. Could consider it. After all, it has nothing negative, it just simply says healing skills to be plus. So definitely not a bad one. Unless we wanna go into some of these bosses. Okay. Not that excellent. It's better if you use the Houndmaster then as a guarding person, as in someone that guards and all that. Silence in the Crypts could be a cool mission to do, and then go to the Necromancer so we get some extra damage. that could be okay. So I think I'll either do that or I try to go to the boss fight next. After all, it's not like we have a lot of these low level missions, so we do need to be using them to level the rest of our guys up to the level 3 at some point or another. But I'm not certain, not exactly certain how to do things next. Yeah, I did remove this just to be sure that at least we don't accidentally lose this one. This one especially have to be pretty certain not to lose. It's not like you find that every day after all. But okay, I hope you guys enjoyed just a little bit more of the Darkest Dungeon, and I'll see you for more next time. So bye bye, see you then.